Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Personally, I am in Nyakach currently, as you can see from the background. Hopefully, you'll enjoy the video. There's another video which I did earlier about the dialogue committee report, which I think you'll also enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, today attended a church service in Kahawa West. And yesterday, I revealed something that I realized shocked most of you guys. One of the top musicians from the Kikuyu nation, Muigai wa Njoroge, shared the banner of that particular event. And William Ruto was really attacked by the Kikuyu nation. Today, I took my time and I listened to William Ruto and the entire church service. Personally, I think William Ruto has one of the best friends in the name of that pastor, because the sermon by the pastor was actually praising William Samoei Arap Ruto. Then, as usual, after the church service, William Ruto decided to address the residents of Kahawa town. And from the video which you are about to watch, it is clear that the residents, they actually boycotted that event where William Ruto was addressing the residents. I want you guys to pay very close attention to that clip, but I noted two very important things which you are also going to note. And if there's any other thing you'll note in that clip, let me know. The first thing I noted is the heavy presence of GSU officers. Why would William Ruto accompany himself with a high number of GSU officers, especially in Mount Kenya? This is one region where William Ruto would just walk freely. He would interact with the hustlers. William Ruto would actually buy roasted maize, he would buy groundnuts. So which meant residents would easily mingle with him. Why do you think this time around there was high or heavy presence of GSU? The truth of the matter is that the ground is a bit hostile, and William Ruto's intelligence system had informed him that the ground was a bit hostile, so they needed to beef the security. The second thing you're going to notice in that clip, which is coming up after this second point, is that there are few people who are shouting Ruto, Ruto, Ruto. If you watch the entire clip, you'll notice that there were very few people during that particular event. Very few people were present. Probably the people who were making noise were actually ferried from either by the MPs or by the MCA. But something is very clear, that there were very few people who attended that event. You can actually see the cameraman trying to hide the crowd. Watch this particular clip before I reveal to you guys why the residents boycotted William Ruto's rally.
Kubali tunajenga soko hapa Kahawa West. Ameniambia vile vile kuna mambo ya Kamai, si ndio? Hiyo mambo ya Kamai nimemwambia tayari, tumepanga, tunakamilisha, tunaondoa tu wale mambo yenyewe wanaosema wao ni maskota, ili maskota wapate shamba yao hapo Kamai. Tunataka watoto wetu wote hapa Nairobi waende shule. Na wiki hii tumetoa pesa karibu bilioni 1 ya kuhakikisha kwamba tunajenga madarasa zaidi hapa Nairobi County. Tunakubaliana na hao wabunge wenu, lazima tujenge mashule mengine madarasa mengine 3,500 hapa Nairobi County, ili watoto wetu wote wapate nafasi ya kusoma. Tumeelewana? Tumeelewana? Na mimi niliwaeleza ya kwamba tutashughulika na kuhakikisha ya kwamba tunapunguza gharama ya maisha katika taifa letu la Kenya. Tumeelewana? So tunataka tushirikiane hivyo. Mimi nimepitia hapa na ninarudi hapa tena kwa sababu tuko na mpango ya affordable housing, na mimi nahitaji hao vijana waanze kufanya tunahitaji engineer, tunahitaji mason, tunahitaji plumber, tunahitaji electrician, hapa watu wa mkono tunahitaji. Hapana, tuko na ndugu yetu KJ, mbunge wa kutoka kwenye wengi sana. Hapa tuko na deputy governor wetu Bwana Mushiri, deputy governor wa Nairobi County.
So the question is, why do you think the residents of Kahawa boycotted William Ruto's rally? The truth of the matter, and I keep on repeating, William Ruto is going to be a one-term president unless William Ruto is going to do things differently. He was received coldly in Kikuyu. William Ruto was received coldly somewhere in Dagoretti, and in Mombasa, William Ruto was heckled. William Ruto is no longer receiving the kind of reception he used to receive. Why do you think that's happening? For this Kahawa West particularly, number one, I think Rigathi Gachagua might have sabotaged it. I know most of you guys are going to ask why or how. If you noticed, William Ruto was accompanied by several members of parliament. But those who normally accompany Rigathi Gachagua were never present. A few weeks ago, or for the entire last month and this month, Rigathi Gachagua embarked on a journey of trying to consolidate the mountain. And in that process, Rigathi Gachagua has always been accompanied by several members of parliament, and he would always list them down. William Ruto went to that church. Those allies of Rigathi Gachagua, apart from the deputy governor for Nairobi, were all missing. Why do you think that was happening? Why do you think? So probably Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto are fighting, and it's now coming out that those who are supporting Rigathi Gachagua are with Rigathi Gachagua. You can't justify how a member of parliament would come all the way from Kisii to join Ruto. A member of parliament would come all the way from Meru to join Ruto, while we have members of parliament from the mountain who are allied to Rigathi Gachagua, but they are not attending, but they'll always be present whenever Rigathi Gachagua is. So I'm beginning to believe that probably there's a way Rigathi Gachagua might have also sabotaged this event. Number two, Kenyans, as a matter of fact, are tired with William Ruto's lies. And you know, in politics, sometimes you have to be scarce. William Ruto has made himself so available, and therefore people don't see his value. He has told them everything he can tell them. Let me ask you, do you think there is any new thing William Ruto can actually tell Kenyans that he has never told them? Those are the challenges. As we speak, there is nothing William Ruto has never told Kenyans. There's no promise he has never made. So these guys who are listening to Ruto, and you could tell from their body language that they just expected the usual thing. Listening to William Ruto still talking of doing this, doing that, doing that.
Tunataka watoto wetu wote hapa Nairobi waende shule. Na wiki hii tumetoa pesa karibu shilingi bilioni 1 ya kuhakikisha kwamba tunajenga madarasa zaidi hapa Nairobi County. Tukubaliana na hao wabunge wenu, lazima tujenge mashule mengine madarasa mengine 3,500 hapa Nairobi County, ili watoto wetu wote wapate nafasi ya kusoma. Tumeelewana? Tumeelewana? Na mimi niliwaeleza ya kwamba tutashughulika na kuhakikisha ya kwamba tunapunguza gharama ya maisha katika taifa letu.
So the truth is, Kenyans are tired. Number 3 is money politics. Let us face the reality. During the last election, William Ruto did something that no other politician actually has ever done. The politics of perception. I've always told you guys that politics is a game of numbers, and those numbers are either real or perceived. So William Ruto embarked on creating a perception in the last election that he had people, because he knew what he was going to do. He knew the elections were not going to count. He knew to convince people that he had the people. So whenever William Ruto went to Mount Kenya, he would always pay people to attend those rallies. He would give people money to mobilize. I don't know why he's not doing that now. And of course, if you've been following the politics of the Republic, there's a day William Ruto told Kenyans that, told members of parliament from the Jubilee Party that you only need to be popular at the right time. Maybe it's not the right time, and therefore William Ruto is no longer using money. And if you remove money from the Kikuyu nation, do you think they'll attend your rally? They won't. And that is the problem. These guys used to know William Ruto is coming to our area. So we turn up in large numbers, at least you get home with something. So because William Ruto is no longer spending money, They don't see the need of attending his rallies. And number 4, in my view, I think it's now real, it's now confirmed that there is growing rebellion against William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza in the Rift Valley, in Mount Kenya. And that's why people are not excited. There is no way you can convince me that the people of the mountain who used to attend William Ruto's rally, for example, William Ruto just used to pop up from nowhere and the entire place would be full. From these videos here, it is clear these guys were never bothered by the presence of William Ruto. They were never bothered that the president was there. You see, William Ruto attended a church service where he spent like 4 hours. And these guys knew from the church he was going to address them in this particular area. In previous instances, William Ruto would have found a huge crowd of people waiting for him. So the truth is, William Ruto's popularity in the mountain has now gone down. And that has gone down probably because of Uhuru Kenyatta factor, which I've explained here severally. It has also gone down probably because the mountain are not feeling the impact of this presidency. And that's the problem with promising people heaven. William Ruto made promises to these people and he has delivered them to hell. Number 5 is the state of economy. You see, I listened to these guys in church and their rallying call was that, you have to wait, things are not just working like that. The cost of unga is now 130. You see, the cost of living cannot be measured with the cost of unga alone. The only advantage of the cost of unga is that it's the main food people eat. So if you have unga and you have your garden shamba, like my mom has some here, I can show you later, then you can't go hungry. But what about town, where you go to work, you earn meager salary, then you are expected to go and cheer Ruto? It doesn't work like that. It can't work. So that's why these guys are saying, for us, we don't care, we don't want to attend this event. And lastly, the hustler narrative is dead. And that is something that should actually worry Ruto. The fact that the hustler narrative has died completely, the fact that there is no way the hustlers now see William Ruto as one of them, is something that should worry him. The mere fact that William Ruto was in this area, and for the first time he was on his vehicle, but the entire people around him were either people in GSU or police officers in plainclothes uniform. So why do you think the hustler narrative is affecting Ruto? It's affecting Ruto because previously these hustlers used to see hope. Ruto was their hope. They used to read hope. They used to see hope. William Ruto used to give them hope. But now William Ruto is there. There's no hope. There is nothing. So of course, as a matter of fact, the hustler nation are tired. They no longer see why they should attend William Ruto's rally because they feel conned. I don't know what to think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee McQueen. Bye-bye.